That's scared in the side.
Hello, everyone. I got old school picker Chris here, and Jimmy, Uncle B.
I wish I would have thought to use old school in my name.
Did you guys call each other?
You did.
What kind of name you're doing here?
Like one of those things. Are you wearing Oh, you didn't get the black T-shirt memo though.
Actually, the first time I seen Jimmy's channel, I was like, man, he stole my name. And then I went and looked, and I was like, oh, wait, he had his channel way before I did. I stole his name.
And you're like, I'm kicking his butt in subs, though, so we're good. Hey, I gotta mute YouTube real quick, so don't. It's not a newbie move. I just forgot.
It's all good. We got Cajun in here. He came in first.
What up, Cajun?
And we got Dan Art Vandalay. Good evening. And Frank Hall Jr. Hello, everyone. Then Cajun said, Uncle B.
Man, I love watching Cajun open those packs. There's something about that. Like when he posts one of those videos, open those mosaics, I'm like, I'm probably the first one that watches them every time.
He's like, oh, Cajun dropped another video. Let me go check. Jimmy, are you going to go camp out at the Walmart tomorrow?
There's an estate sale by the Walmart tomorrow, so I'm going to go, but I think I'm going to go to the estate sale first. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. You camped out last weekend, so.
Did me absolutely no good whatsoever.
We got this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Is that old school flipper or picker or who is that?
One of those old.
That was the show with John, Cincinnati Picker, too. And I was like, man, that was my chance. And she flubbed my name up. I was like, wow.
I remember that.
Oh, forget that.
Yep, still embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I got you.
We got Larry in the chat, and we got Matt.
What's up, Matt? What's up, Larry? CDL.
And I think this one's a new face to me. Hello, CDL Picker, Alan.
I've seen him a couple times.
Oh, see, I don't remember. I got bad memory. But
I'm the one with the
I have to mention that I want to do an interview with Chris because, he used to do these great interviews on his channel. And I was like, man, Chris, I'd love to be on your show. And then he was like, not doing those no more.
Out of here.
Aaron wants to be on the show. Nope.
Yeah, but now you're too big, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, can't have me on now.
You big channel now.
I know it's because I screwed up your name when talking to Cincinnati Picker. That's all it is.
Like I gotta leave YouTube for a while.
Yeah. You used to ask some great questions, but then he said, "Nope, I'm not having her on the channel."
So now you have to come on here and totally redeem yourself and win this game. Like,
right?
I'm gonna win. There's no doubt. I'm gonna cheat if I have to.
He's like, which one's the good one?
Can I cheat? Is there a way to cheat?
Oh, always.
Okay. All right.
If she pushes the wrong button, she
this guy says, "Don't give her a big head." That would be my husband, by the way.
Oh, hello, husband.
He's like, "Oh no, don't let her. just take her back down real quick." Yeah, I was like struggling with names that night, and I was so nervous. And then Chris was like, "Hey, Aaron."
It was the first question too that you asked him from the chat, I believe. You were nervous the first 5 minutes, but you done good. You settled down and done real good. It was a good interview.
Yeah, I'll have to have him back on.
I love seeing big channels like that come on smaller channels because if they do it live on their channel, you're not going to get a comment.
Yeah,
they're not going to see because they got 1,000 people in there. It's not just them, but you'll never get a chance to talk to them. But when they come in these smaller channels, it's a chance to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You done good. He was nervous at the first, but anybody would. I mean, 100,000 subscribers. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, I'm like, I've been watching him before I even had the YouTube channel, and now he's on mine. I'm like, oh my goodness. I think even the first time him and Lonnie popped in when I was interviewing Tesla Picker, I was like,
I was in there that night, and I was like, "Whoa, Aaron's blowing up."
I was like, oh. Hello, Marie. How are you? Yeah, it was funny. My husband even was like, she just got real nervous seeing them in the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I thought we would too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I get a little starstruck. So, you guys being on the channel is just too much for me.
Yeah.
Hello, Jeremy and George.
Combined, we don't even have as many subs as her. She's nervous with her.
No, we could combine our channels and not have 1,000 subs.
Speaking of getting nervous, I got nervous with these guys came on too.
Yeah, I think they're at 200,000.
So, Jeremy.
Yes.
George, what's going on?
Yes, I was like, they want what? What? Who's this? I don't even know who this is. Jimmy's like, call them or text them, whatever they want right now. Email them. Get on that. And Frank's like, yeah, they only have 100,000 subscribers. I'm like, okay.
Who did you have on the night they come in the first time?
That would be
Jimmy and Frank.
See, Jimmy and Frank bringing the big guys up.
Right.
Yeah, it was Jimmy that posted the thumbnail on the Ecom and Beyond that they seen it. So I can't thank Jimmy enough. Nikki T, hello, how are you?
Plenty of things letting me join your show.
Yeah. So we're gonna play a game tonight. Chris is gonna be the game player, and Jimmy and I will be hosting the show. I can't wait to show you.
Oh no!
This game show.
I gotta tell Chris something.
Okay.
So because I haven't watched the game that this is made after in a while, and so when I picked the first box, I didn't realize that's the box I'm stuck with. So make sure when she tells you pick a box, the first one, that's the one you're stuck with.
Okay.
She's like, pick a box. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, pick a card. I was like, oh, fuck, 7.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, you get to keep that box the whole show. I was like, wait, what?
He's like, no, that's not the one I wanted to pick. Hey, Dan, which one did I want to pick?
All right. And then Dan picked the right one.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, just make sure wisely on that first book.
All right.
Make sure you pick the right number. 1 through 10. Don't screw this up.
1 through 10? Oh, wow.
Hey, Victoria. Let's play, said in Jigsaw.
Hey, you like my new? Dan said my Jim Nance. I picked up today. I already broke it. So I don't want to wear it.
Hey, Dan, how are ya? Thanks for joining. They might need help picking a case tonight because you're the lucky one.
Nikki T's pretty lucky too, though, so I'd go.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question.
What?
True or false? Dan M sent some memes for this show.
Some memes for this show? Not this show tonight.
Okay, all right. Just wondering because he always does.
No.
They're epic too.
Yeah. I needed too much IT support, so Dan was like, no way, not sending any extra. I've already done my time of free pay.
But who made the one with me on the He-Man body? Was that you, Jimmy, or was that Dan? Yeah.
He's like,
I didn't know. I knew it was one of you.
What's up, Uncle Bo Nose?
What you don't know is Jimmy's kind of good at the editing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. I've seen him shoot fire from his fingertips.
Yeah. And then his one that's on Ecom and Beyond with the he says, you're safe, Chris.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that, man.
For now.
No, I got mine in about, saying that you're not doing your show no more.
Yeah. I will again soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I miss those questions. Those were some good questions. I was like, man, I gotta interview Chris. I better look up some good questions. I don't know about this.
I don't like answering the tough ones. I just like asking them.
Yeah. When I've been on with the big shows, you've been telling me what to tell them. So hey, we work as a good team here.
You butchered my name though.
I know. I need to have like a little picture up above my computer here, like, okay, Chris, old school picker.
Old school flipper.
Okay.
I don't know. And
But-
you said it like you'd never even talked to me or something too. That was what was funny. And I bet John was like, she don't even know who this guy is. How am I supposed to know him?
Yeah, probably.
I forget what exactly she said. How I was there, and I remember she butchered it, but I don't remember exactly how she
said old school flipper picker. And then said something about I don't know whatever it is or something like that.
The old school quicker picker upper.
Yeah.
Bounty, basically.
It was good.
Oh gosh.
So I will never live it down. Whenever Chris is in the chats with me, he's like, "Hey, Aaron."
And I mean, everybody calls me OSP. So, how do you get flipper from a P? I don't know.
I don't know my alphabet. That's what you guys
Okay.
Old school bounty.
Yeah, close enough. Speaking in tongues.
There we go. There's a new meme.
Yeah.
Old school quicker picker.
Why do I get a feeling I'm going to see myself on the cover of the the dude with the axe?
The lumberjack.
Why do I have that feeling?
Dan.
Hello, Jennifer. Oh man, that Colorado education. Yep. The sad part is I didn't go to school here, but for my dental assisting. So it's Washington State school system. They're real good.
That's good. I'm laughing already. Dang it.
My cheeks already hurt. Oh man. Thank you, Jennifer. You are great with sending those in. All right, so let's get on to this game show here so then we can get on to those hard questions.
I'm ready.
And everybody in the chat, pick your case too. I want to see what you guys pick.
1 through 10, right?
1 through 10.
All right.
Oh,
Let's see.
thinking on that dial up. All right, so we got 1 through 10 here. Pick your numbers. We got Aaron's from Washington, Colorado makes yep. 6,
I'm going with number 3.
7, 5, 3. All right.
I'm gonna pick
3.
10 for fun.
You're picking 2? Okay.
Just wanted to be beside me, didn't
I gotta write it down though because I got a bad memory.
Yeah, did you say 3, Chris?
you? Number 3.
I'm like, wait a minute. I already forgot now because Jimmy said
Chris is number 3. I wrote it down.
Oh, good. This is why I've got this
Hey, look,
co-host.
I'm Larry right now. Hey ladies, I'm Larry Stash. What you doing?
You're behind Larry.
Little unknown secret is I'm the banker in this game show.
Ah,
Maybe.
Hey, check you out.
look at me.
Dapper. Not dapper, looking all stealth with your sunglasses on. Are you?
I don't know what I'm doing.
How come your reflection is a boat, but you're in the studio?
I'm on a boat in that picture.
Okay.
In Florida, actually.
Dan says 5. All right. Got some numbers in there. Everybody else pick your numbers 1 through 10. Hello, Buying Space. Anybody else that popped in? I want to say hello.
Is that like a Simpsons crowd? Awesome.
Maybe.
Copyright.
You're not supposed to say anything. All right, so we're going to go back up here to our cases, and you're going to pick another 2 cases.
I almost picked 6.
Okay.
So let's get it out of the way.
Ooh,
What did I do?
I did it. All right, 6. You would have had yourself a little Disney
I would've-
costume Minnie Mouse costume dress here for $9.90.
That's too bad. I would look good in that.
Right? Well, go back.
So we got to whoa.
Well, I know, right? Things are going crazy over here.
This is the express version.
Yes, we're flying right through.
Version of the game.
All right, what's your second one?
Oh, 6 is still there.
Yeah, get 6 all the way.
See, I tell you, these people.
Okay, there we go. Let's go with 7.
Chat says 9, 8, 2, 10. You're going with 7?
Yeah.
First time here, no idea what's going on.
Don't worry, Larry. I don't either.
You're the banker, Larry, just so you know. When we call the banker, that's you.
What number was that again?
7.
All right. Number 7.
Yeah, get it out here.
All right, get it out of there.
That's my
What didn't I win?
That's going to be the big one. Watch.
No.
Woo!
Nah,
$5 off the board.
We don't want nothing from Pittsburgh anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this again.
Where's Nate and Anthony at?
Yeah. Are they in the chat yet?
I don't know. I didn't see them.
I've seen them. You're doing good, Chris. Off to
All right. Yeah.
This would be a good call to the banker.
Right? I think
I'm
it's
Larry.
time to call up the banker.
All right, let's call them up.
I'm the banker now. Looking banker.
Hey, banker, what's his offer?
His offer is
Oh, you need to see what we got still on the board?
the offer is $12.
$12. Chris, are you taking that offer?
No.
No deal.
Yeah, we're going after the 20.
All right. What 2 cases are we taking off the board now?
Number 1. Let's get it out of here.
Number 1 off the board. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Breaking things now.
Uh-oh.
I was actually hoping you picked this as your case, Chris. You know why?
Oh, yeah. I do know why. I have a feeling I'm getting ready to see why.
I was cracking up when I put that in there. I was like, this is why I sold this one.
I don't have any of them right now. I've sold all mine.
Ones.
And Flip Time Fun says, Josh says, you're too funny, Chris. And Cajun said, that's about how much a Steelers are worth.
Yeah. I'd say their Super Bowl trophies would argue that, though. That's the only problem.
Right?
Yeah.
So how many cases he picking this? Hey, I'm this round 2 again?
He's got one more to pick.
All right.
I done forgot what numbers are left.
I'm bringing you right there. We got 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10. And buying space says 9.
Let's go with 9.
9?
Yeah.
All right.
That way I can blame my ref if it's bad.
All right.
The suspension.
All right. Here we go.
Man, that was
a good one. I can't see it.
Oh. Is there, Jimmy?
Buying space is in the way.
Oh, let me get him out of the way.
Oh,
I
no.
figured that was the 20. Yeah.
That's the top dog.
Yeah.
Well. I go after that $16.
Yep, we'll take that one off the board, but you can still get 16. All right, we got to call back the banker.
Let's call that fella.
Where's that cheapskate at?
Oh,
there he is.
Pretty almost 360.
What? 360?
Why's your head on backwards? Man, I'm not real sure about that.
I told you I couldn't wait to show you guys.
All right.
All right, we got 2, 4, 5, 8, and 10 left. I'm have you pick 2 more.
All right. 2 more? Oh, wow. All right, let's get rid of 5.
Nana Tink said that was her favorite number. You should have gone with Nana Tink.
Yeah, probably. I should have went with Myra.
Right?
She had it nailed.
Whoops. Not that case.
Yep, wrong case.
Ah!
Oh,
Ooh. We almost had a spoiler.
now we're cheating. I know
Yep.
what I'm for.
All right, number 5.
Heyo.
Oh, yeah, there's a good one to get rid of.
Sold
I think
that
I have that. Is that
$1.
mine? That may be my listing.
Nope. But I
Nope.
almost did take your listing.
Yeah, I've got some cheap records on one of my stores.
Yeah, that one was a 45 I had, and I've already made money off of it, so I was like, yeah, you want it for $1, I don't care.
Uh-oh.
All right, back to the board. One more, and the banker's calling.
All right, let's get rid of 8.
All right, number 8. And
This better be a good one.
It's a
all
new
right, case
card.
number 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
$2 off the board.
Yep, I know that's not my listing.
Whoop.
Uh-oh, now I'm going to know what number 9 is.
Yeah, look out.
I'll close my eyes.
There we go. Back to it. Whoop. Nope.
No, oh, wrong way.
Wrong way. Wrong way. Oh, now I'm all messed up. Let's see if we can get there. There we go. $2 off the board. All right. Banker's going to be calling here.
All right, better be good.
Yeah. Banker, you got your offer ready?
Offer is ready. Let me see actually, it's not.
Oh, you want to go back to the back to the drawing board?
I was just kidding. It's not right.
Ooh, that's not going to be a good offer.
What? There's 3.
He got 2 cheap ones off the board.
All right. The offer is 14.
14. No deal.
No deal.
No, we're going all the way.
All right. 2 more cases to pick. We got 2, 4, and 10.
I gotta share this picture when we're done.
Oh, God. Number 10.
Oh, that's
Number
my box. That's my
10.
Yeah, let's get that box out here.
Yeah, let's get that box out of
See, I
here.
wrote it down. 10.
10.
All right. It is. Nope, that's a good thing.
Yeah, another cheap one.
Yeah, I think that's the last one on the.
That's a good group, though. CCR. It's my kind of music.
All right. One more case. 2 or the 4?
Since we know what's behind the 4, let's go with the 2.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure.
Okay.
Did we see the price of what's behind the 4?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Not.
Oh, we didn't. I didn't see it.
How much did you win last week? I got to beat you.
Not much.
Oh, that slide was about my size, too.
Wasn't your size, huh?
Well, it was my size. I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Fun size.
Fun size. There you go.
All right. So the deal now is, do you want to keep your case or do you want to trade it for case number 4?
Well, since I know it's a controller behind 4, I'm going to keep mine.
You're going to keep yours? All
I'm
right.
going to keep mine.
All right.
It's a smart move.
I think so.
So he's keeping his case number 3.
Bam.
All right. Let's see what's behind case number. Well, let's see what's behind, first of all, case number 4.
I'm going to go with a controller. Just guessing.
Okay. Just a wild guess.
Just a wild guess. Oh, that's right. Oh, man, it was the $15 one.
15. So that means yours only has to be Case number 3.
Mm-hmm. A new car.
$10.
Oh.
Not so bad.
Is that a lunchbox?
No, it's a stationary set 10 carry case.
Star Wars, you
I
see
just gotta
that?
learn to read.
Yeah, but the controller was Philadelphia Eagles. Who wants that?
Yeah, it was.
Right?
OXP has ESP.
What's up, Sam?
So that's the end of the game here.
Boom.
I gotta share this screen right here.
Oh no, this could be bad.
No, that's not the one. Yeah, it's down there. Hey guys.
Oh, this
Hey!
screen. This screen. Add to StreamYard.
I knew it was coming.
The old school picker upper.
Classic. Man, he makes them quick too.
Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh. Oops, let me close that now. That's funny.
Oh boy. Well, if you all have any questions for the old school picker upper, let me know in the comments.
What's my favorite paper towels?
But I've got a good question here. So I was looking through the good questions, and the good question that came up was, if you had a podcast, what would your podcast be named?
Oh man. Are we talking about reselling?
It could be any kind of podcast, but this is a family-friendly channel, so.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I'd probably do one on sports, just because it's a way broader market, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Reselling's such a small market that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the name of it would be. Southern Sports or something, maybe, you know, and just concentrate on the sports in the South, this area.
Yeah. I like it. Jimmy, do you have a question?
I wasn't prepared for questions, but I do.
You do.
So my question is I have a I'll just ask in a question form because I know the answer, but I know you know a little bit better than me. So because you just found a good lot of video games.
Yes.
Right. Tell people about what to look for, because obviously a lot of us are like, oh, Super Mario and the big names, but the stuff you sold isn't big names.
Right.
Give people an idea what made you decide to buy those games, that are like obscure games, and that's something we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah. Well, that deal, they were so cheap, I would have bought them regardless, just because they were Sega Genesis, and that's.
Hello, Dave, Tesla Picker. We were talking about you earlier.
Late 90s, probably.
Right.
Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, any cartridge game that you can pick up for 50 cents is worth.
Right, for sure.
Shot. Yeah. With them games, I did not expect them to be worth that much. I mean, I had 2 or 3 that was worth over $50.
Yeah, that was cool.
But a lot of what they used to call role-playing games, like the Dungeons and Dragons and that type of stuff.
Right.
That stuff, because they didn't make a lot of that stuff. No. They made thousands and thousands and thousands of sports games and come out with them every year. But that Dungeons and Dragons and that type of stuff, they didn't make much of it. And Sega Genesis is I said it in my video, it's pretty obscure system to begin with. It was never on the same level as PlayStation and Nintendo and all that. So when I seen them and she said 50 cents a piece, honestly, I didn't even look at the titles. I just grabbed them and I was like, yeah, that's a deal. And actually she said, or make a deal or make an offer. So 50 cents a piece would have been $6 because there's only 12 of them. I said, $5, and I was plenty happy with that because I knew the cheap games would be worth $5-10 a piece, so.
Gotcha.
It wasn't a big gamble. I mean, I've took some big gambles on games before, but the cartridge games are getting hard to find. I mean, in my area, I don't know about everybody, but they're getting hard to find.
What's the weirdest? Do you still have some of them?
Yes.
What's the weirdest title that you got? Cool. Go ahead, answer Dave's question.
Dave, it was a good thing. I was saying that when I did the interview with you and Lonnie and Cincinnati Picker dropped in, I was like, got real nervous now. Like, it was nerve-wracking to interview you, but then they drop in, and I'm like, I just got real nervous. And if you guys watched his recent video, he picked up a bunch of games too.
Yeah, the first one, when I walked up, I seen the first ones,
Right.
and they were Sonic 3, Sonic 1, and Sonic 2. So I mean, I knew right there it was worth more than $5. You know, I didn't know what these games were worth, but I figured $10 to $15 a piece, and I bundled all three of them up for like $40-something, I think. So
sweet.
But then, you know, you see Sonic. I mean, Sonic was Sega's version of Mario.
And that's what I was saying. Like, there's a couple of those games in there. Like, the titles are like these obscure titles, and that single game is worth more than all three of the big name Sonic games.
This one was the one that was worth more than any of them.
What's it called?
Gunstar Heroes.
Gunstar. See, I have never heard of that game.
I hadn't either, and I think I've got it listed and the case on this one's bad, and I'm missing the manual, but I still listed it for like $79.
That's crazy.
And then this one I think was worth like 50 or 60. It's Pirate's Gold. I mean, and then this one, Dungeons and Dragons, it was worth like $25-$30.
Cool.
Judge Dredd, Shinobi. That was a huge arcade.
I remember that.
Arcades. I played so many quarters on that game, and then BattleTech, and then Bugs Bunny, and that games like that will surprise you too. I can't remember what I listed it for, but I think it was like $15-$20.
That's awesome, man. Like, when you did that video, I was just so amazed by some of the titles. I had to go there and ask that question. Yeah,
well, I grabbed them, and I just went back to the car. You know, I knew I had the Sonic games, and I bought so much that day. It was one of the last yard sales I went to, and I just threw them in the back of the car, and I didn't even look at them until I got home. And then I was like, man, I've never even heard. I had a Sega Genesis when I was a kid, so you know I was familiar with some of them, but they was the Pirate's Gold and the Gunstar Heroes I'd never heard of.
Right, same here.
But that's the games that are worth money, the ones that everybody don't know.
Yeah.
Because you know, how many yard sales you gonna go to and find that? You're gonna go to millions before you find that game again. Yeah. So.
Right, about the same chance of finding a Megatron and an Optimus Prime in the box.
Yeah, that I will probably never do that again. Never. I mean, I still can't believe it, and I've already sold them a long time ago.
Right.
And that was one of my best ever, as far as what I paid for. I mean, I paid $2 a piece for them, you know, and they were the box.
You are the quicker flipper upper.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I say all the time, my area is not a great place to pick because I live in a very small town and a very poor town.
That's your way of saying stay away.
Yeah.
But it's
don't move over here. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's just all about getting out there, you know.
Yeah. And you are, man. You're killing it out there. So good job.
Yeah, it's. You know, one thing that people don't talk about in reselling, a lot of it's luck. You can be good, but if you go out yard selling, you can go out yard selling all weekend. And if you don't find the stuff, you don't find the stuff. You know, I mean, yeah, you do have to have the knowledge of what to pick up. But like those games, I mean, I went to that yard sale. It was like 11:30, so it was late. You know,
not even one of the early birds.
So the fact that they were still sitting there, that's luck. You know, that's luck. I don't care what anybody says, that's luck.
Yep.
You know,
well, I would have been there before you
but it was lucky that they were still there. And the same with the Megatron and the Optimus Prime. I think I went to that yard sale. I think it was like 9:30 in the morning. You know, that I'm sure there'd already been 15, 20 people there. But they were still sitting there.
I didn't know what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have the knowledge of what to buy, but you have to get lucky and find stuff too. I mean, you can't, no matter how much you want stuff to be there. If it ain't there, it's not there.
Right. I love when Nikki T and Rev go, or Rev goes the day before, and then Nikki T goes, and she's like, "You forgot this."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been in thrift stores before. My wife bring me stuff, and me being in the same area and not see it, and everybody has a different eye too. I mean, I know a little bit about everything, but I don't know. I don't know a lot about nothing.
Yeah.
So,
right. Like, I agree. Like, I'm learning hats. I don't want to go too much on that, but I'm trying to learn hats.
Yeah.
My new hat that I picked up today. And it's a lot to learn. Like, I know I missed some hats today. Like, there's a bunch of hats. But I'm a like you said, try to learn some of it. And
well, if you did you see the Pepsi hat I sold about 2 or 3 weeks ago?
I know I did. I probably just
the vintage Pepsi hat.
All right.
I watched over the years Tim's video with Chris Cernock where he was telling Chris all of the hats he bought. I had watched it like 3 days before, and they were breaking. I mean, Tim, man, that was a crazy score that he had, and he was talking about all them vintage hats, and he kept on saying, strap back and the mesh back and the 3 bars. And I go to Private Pick like 2 or 3 days later, and I know the guy really well. Yeah, I mean, anything like that.
K-brand.
Yep.
See it.
And the guy is wearing the Pepsi. I'm going to look at other stuff. He calls me to come look at other stuff. I pull up, and he's got a Pepsi 3-bar mesh hat on his head. And before I even look at the stuff that I went to look at, I'm like, dude, what do you want for the hat? That's what I want. And he's like, I don't know. And I get to looking at it. He knows I sell on eBay, so I'm just sitting there looking it up. And I was like, I'll give you $15 for it. And he bought it at the Goodwill just like a week before for 99 cents.
Wow.
I paid him $15 for it. He was tickled to death over it.
Yeah.
And in fairness now, I did, when I first bought it, I thought it was worth about $45. I got it home and done some more investigation. I sold it for, I think $90. And I sold it that day, the day I listed it.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
I literally popped the hat off his head.
That's when you wonder if you listed it too low.
Yeah. Well, I finally found one that was just like mine. Because when I was sitting there talking to him, I found something similar. But I finally found one exactly like mine when I got home. And it had sold for about that. So I was happy.
Wow. That's awesome. So I have 2 questions because I don't want to forget to ask one of them. One question is, how did you come up with your name besides, talking to Jimmy?
I stole Jimmy's name.
And then second of all, where is your next travel, like, on your bucket list?
Oh, I'll start with the travel. I love Gulf Shores, and it's been probably 10 years since I've been. So I would love to go back to Gulf Shores. It's very it's a beautiful beach, but it's also not super crowded. I mean, I've been to a bunch of beaches around here living in the South. I've been to, most all of Florida's and Myrtle Beach, but Gulf Shores is a little bit more laid back. It's in Alabama, and as bad as I hate Alabama, I'd love to go back to Gulf Shores. But I'm a Tennessee Vol fan, so we hate Alabama. But Cajun Gulf Shores is awesome. What was the other question? Oh yeah, my name. Old school picker. That's kind of a shout out to my dad. My dad was very much old school. He raised me old school traditions. My dad used to bust my tail when I was in trouble, and I was raised very old school. So that's kind of always how I've lived my life. And my dad passed away back in 2006, so that was kind of just a pay homage to my dad.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
And Jimmy's my hero. So
yeah. You're like, look at this guy and his channel. Like, I like this old stuff.
I'd already started making videos. I was like, I'm starting to grow a little bit, and I run across Uncle B's old school flips, and I'm like, dude stole my name, man. I'm so mad. And I get on there, and he's got videos older than mine. I'm like, oh, my dad stole his.
remember what I don't know what chat it was in. We were both in the same chat, and we were both like, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yeah,
we were like stepbrothers.
I think I started. I think I started commenting on your videos. And I was like, "Well, I want this dude to know. Do you know? I wasn't trying to steal his name or nothing. But, you know."
What hobbies are you into, and how did you get into them?
Fishing. I love to fish, and that goes back to my dad too. In the spring and summer, well, in the spring and fall, we fished, and then in the summer we went to the flea markets. So my dad's kind of who got me into reselling. I mean, he wasn't eBay or nothing like that, but you know, he was a junker. My dad was.
Mm-hmm.
So, but fishing, man, I grew up on the lake. Every Saturday we were fishing for hours, whether they was catching them or not. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
We just fished. But yeah, I don't get to do it as often as I'd like to, but yeah, I love it.
What's your favorite bait to use?
Spinner baits.
Yeah.
Yeah, white spinner baits. You can cover a lot of water with them.
I figured you for a live bait kind of guy.
Well, I mean, crappie fishing is my favorite, which is more live bait, jigs, slow. I know I'm boring y'all to death, but slow presentation. But if I'm bass fishing, spinner bait's my favorite.
I don't know a lot about fishing. I remember we spent some time in Virginia. And they used to have these traps and catch. They call them shad. It's like a little. How do you say it?
Shad.
I mean, I'm trying to do the accent. I don't. They're like, yeah, we caught some shad down at the river.
Shad.
And they were just little silver fish. That was the live bait they used.
Yep.
Wow.
That's about all I know about it.
Do you have another question for him, Jimmy?
Oh boy. I don't. Not ready. Go ahead, Aaron.
What is your favorite food to eat? Do you like desserts? And if you do, what's your favorite topping on your ice cream?
Well, you can look at my videos until I like desserts. My wife calls me food boring. She tells me I want the same food over and over and over, and that's probably true. My favorite, I don't know. I mean, steak. I mean, God, that's the easy answer, but you know, I love hamburgers. I was always a pizza kid more than a hamburger too, though. But as I've got older, I like hamburgers as good. But I love pizza. But pizza's rare at my house because my wife's allergic to tomatoes, so we don't get to have pizza much. So
yeah, those allergies are no fun. I'm allergic to wheat, so I have to have all gluten-free stuff.
Well, my youngest son, he had a gluten allergy for a while, so we can relate to that too. It's tough because gluten and wheat's in it. It's in everything. People don't realize.
Yeah,
it's in everything.
I actually turned around the Tylenol bottle the other night, and it was like gluten-free, and I was like,
yeah,
even the Tylenol.
Right.
My son grew out of it, luckily, but we, for about, I guess, 2 or 3 years, we were pretty much gluten-free family. And it sucks. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, it sucks. It's and this was years ago. Everything's gluten-free now, but
yeah,
back 10 years ago, man, we had to go to Whole Foods and stuff like, you know, specialty places and to find stuff, and that junk's expensive too.
Yeah,
it's expensive. So yeah, I can relate. It's tough.
Dan M said that he just became best friends with you after the hamburger comment.
Hamburger, I love hamburgers. I mean, I do, but pizza, steak. I'm a meat eater, so. So
you only have a meat pizza, or do you like veggies on your pizza?
No, I like veggies, but it definitely has to have meat. I mean,
Supreme.
Yeah.
I like Supreme, but man, meat lover's my favorite.
Yep, I hear you.
You know,
I'm one of those that likes pineapple on my pizza.
No.
Right.
No. And I do love dessert too. I know you asked that too. Chocolate.
Did she just say she likes pineapple? I'm gonna go.
Harry Hunstone.
Did I hear her?
Yeah.
The Queen, Uncle B, and OSP. Good night. Thanks for joining us. So do you like desserts then, or no?
Yes. Yeah, I love any dessert. Pies, cakes, chocolate.
So what kind of ice cream do you like, and what do you like to top on it?
Yeah, see, I'm food boring. I'd rather have just good old plain vanilla as anything. My wife hates that because
I'm a vanilla kind of guy too.
Yeah, she wants Rocky Road and Moose Tracks and all that junk. And I'm like, no, ice cream ain't supposed to have nuts in it, you know?
Give me a vanilla milkshake and I'm happy.
Yeah, it gives me heartburn, but I love it. It's part of being old.
It sucks being old.
It sucks, man. I hate it. I think that's the worst part, having to worry about what you eat because it makes you sick and people don't understand. It sucks. It's better than the alternative, though.
So speaking of being old, what is your favorite age? And if you could go back, where would you go back to?
Ooh, man, I don't know. Personally, probably like 25. But if I could, would I? Knowing what I had to go through from 25 to 43, I wouldn't do it. No way. No way. No, I wouldn't do it. Been through too much the last 10 to 15 years. It's been, I don't want to bring the chat down or anything, but it's been heck.
People are dropping off like flies now.
I know, I'm running them off, man. I'm depressing here.
Dan, I think we just became best friends, but we can't go to McDonald's and get McDonald's milkshake, strawberry milkshake, because that is not a strawberry milkshake.
Yeah, strawberry. I love strawberry anything, but yeah, it's good.
That's me.
But ice cream, just give me vanilla.
I gotta have flavor too.
See, that's my wife, man. She likes all that stuff, and I'm like, eh.
Thomas says we're all young yet. He's 70.
Yeah, I hope I make it to 70.
Sometimes I worry.
Yeah, I don't know if the next 15 years is like the last 15. I don't know. You'll have to go back and watch this to remember me.
All right.
Would you say you're an introvert or I can't say that word. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, which one is it that don't like to be around people? That's what I'm an introvert. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy YouTube, but I'm okay once I get comfortable, you know, but me in a big crowd to get comfortable. I don't ever like being in big crowds. I just don't.
So he's telling us, you know, it's not good to pick there. Don't come to my house. I don't like people.
No, I mean, like, small crowd's okay, but big crowd,
He fishes. That's like a one-person thing.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is now. I've bought a kayak, so yeah, it is kind of a one-person thing. It's kind of my getaway, though. It's my peace, you know? There's nothing more relaxing than being on a kayak out in the middle of the lake by yourself. It's fun until the wind blows and about turns you over. Then it gets really not fun.
What is your goals for YouTube and eBay?
eBay, I would love to get back to where I was back a few years ago. For those that don't know, I've been on eBay since 2002, but I've quit 2 or 3 different times. So I've not, sold every year from 2002. I just started back about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I'd love to get back to the numbers I was doing 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it was I was doing it last.
Wow.
But it's tough. One thing that makes it tougher now is back then I wasn't depending on the income as much. So I was basically taking everything and putting it back in the business. And when you do that, your business will grow.
Right.
But now I'm kind of depending on some of the income. So I'm kind of having to pay myself. So all the money I'm paying myself don't go back in the business. It's paying the bills,
Yeah.
So it's been a slower growth. And the last 6 months has started getting better. But it's been tough getting it back to where I had it at once before.
How many listings do you have?
Counting multi-quantities and both stores, around 1,200.
Wow.
Yeah. which
crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's not a good thing. That just means you got 1,200 items that nobody wants.
Yeah, I know. But it still shows how the work that you're putting into it.
Yeah, but in my main store, in my old store, I've got nearly 50% sell through. So that's not too bad. But I'm getting there. But having to pay yourself and try to grow the business at the same time.
Yep,
that's tough.
I know all about that.
So back years ago, my wife was still teaching school. So, she was carrying the insurance and making the majority of the money. So I was just dumping everything back into the business. It was nothing to go spend $1,000 back then, a little tougher now when you got to pay your bills out of that.
What's this budgeting stuff?
So it's been a slow growth, but it is growing. So, I mean, as long as you're moving forward, you're doing good. And YouTube, I don't know if I have any goals. I just want to, 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. I mean, that's the obvious answer, but obviously I'm just having fun. I don't, I know what people make with, 1,000 to 1,500 subs. You don't really make much more than when you're making nothing. So, I just want to meet new people and have fun with it.
Yeah.
I would love, don't get me wrong, I'd love to get the 1,000 subs, but I'm not stressing about it.
What made you start your YouTube channel? Thanks, Harry.
I had watched it for a couple of years. I got started watching when I got back into reselling. I was already watching YouTube a lot, but I was watching like fishing channels and outdoor channels. And for whatever reason, I had, how we all believe Google listens to you, and you'll be talking about something and all of a sudden you'll see it. Well, I guess that's what happened, because then they started showing me in my suggested videos, rally roots videos. And I'd already got started, or was thinking about getting started back on eBay, and I got to watching them. And then, because I didn't know the reselling community was a thing on YouTube, I had no idea. And I'd been watching YouTube pretty good for about a year, the outdoor channels and stuff. So I began searching, just eBay on YouTube and Lonnie's channel. And I love Rally Roots, but their business is not what I do or what I ever did on eBay. They're big time clothing sellers. They're big time wholesale sellers. And I was like, I love their videos and I like them, but I was watching it mainly for entertainment. But when I found Lonnie's channel, I was like, I can relate to him, because that's the kind of stuff I sell. He's doing it kind of the way I do it, or used to do it. So, I was selling I've got a shed in my backyard. I was selling stuff out of my shed way before Lonnie had a shed. So if I would have only made videos back then, you realize how big my channel would be right now.
Yeah.
Like 6-7 years ago. And, I'm in my garage now, but when I found Lonnie's channel, I was like, man, yeah, I got to get back into eBay. There's just, and I was watching his channel. He didn't even have 1,000 subs yet. So I've been watching him for a long time. It was, if anybody out there remembers when his house got flooded real bad, I was watching right before his house got flooded real bad.
I started watching right around when his storage got broken into.
Yeah.
That's about just before that is when I started watching.
But when I started watching him, it just lit a fire back under me to want to get back into reselling. And and then I started just searching out other channels, and my wife just kept on and kept on, you should start this, you should start this, you should start this. And I wish I had of when she said it, because even back then, my channel would be way bigger now, because there wasn't many. When Lonnie and them first got started, there was people going in their chats and talking and stuff, but there wasn't many people making videos. I should have, but I just didn't. And then I seen everybody else start, and I was like, you know what? I just really want to document what I'm doing, that way, like the Megatron and the the Optimus Prime, you know, I didn't want to keep them. I'm not a collector, but I can go back and watch the videos and relive that, you know. And
That's
so
really good.
I really started YouTube for movies.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, I don't know if that's right or wrong, but
Yeah.
you know, I thought when I first started, I wanted to teach people how to do eBay and all that. I realized real quick that's not me. That's not what I want to do. I just want to share what I do. You know, share my experience.
Yeah. That's awesome. Jimmy, do you have another question?
Well, we went way into the reseller side of things, so I had a question in mind, but it's not reseller related at all.
That's all right.
Just because I know he's a sports fan.
That's
Who's
right.
your favorite athlete of all time across any sport?
Ooh. Jordan. I mean, I was such a big fan of his.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, growing up, man, I'm only 5'6", so but I did used to play basketball a lot.
Right.
I was pretty athletic to be a little guy,
right?
You know, but
I think me and you have the same thing. Like, I'm big now, but when I was stealth, I played a ton of basketball too. Now, pretty athletic as well.
You know, I was in school in the late '80s, and I graduated in '95. I mean, that was the top of Jordan's career. You know, he was everything. I mean, everybody around. Even though I was never a Bulls fan, or you know, because growing up in Tennessee, I was always an Atlanta sports fan.
Right.
But man, Jordan was just so good. You had to respect him. You had to, you know, my oldest son, you know, he's a big time basketball fan, and he asks me all the time because you know LeBron's the big thing now, and I'm like,
no, I agree.
Son, he's not Jordan.
He beat up on my sons in the finals, and I hated him then. But now looking back, like, he's the best ever. And like, I don't want to get into too much because you know, but like, he had that mid-range jumper that nobody. Ron doesn't have it. No. Kobe was the closest, but he didn't have it.
Well, his post game too. His post game was as good as any of the big men of the time. You know.
Yep.
And what I always loved about him was, he was the greatest. His athleticism was off the charts, but he outworked everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, could he have been great without all the hard work? Yeah, but he would have been the best ever. And being great wasn't good enough for him. He had to be the best ever. So,
for sure.
I mean, I appreciate LeBron, and but he's not Jordan. He's not. I've seen them both play. He's not Jordan.
Right. Yeah, we could talk sports all night.
I know Aaron's like, shut up, but I'm passionate.
I just had to ask. I just had to know because you know, I know he's a sports fan, and I just had to know.
My teams, like I said, I was a huge Braves fan, Falcons fan, and a Tennessee Vol fan. And, you know, so many great players coming out of all three of those.
Right.
I see Cajuns saying Chipper Jones. Yeah, Dale Murphy. I grew up in the Dale Murphy days. You know, I loved him. You know, we sent him to you guys for a little while. He was washed up by the time he went to Colorado. But
man, that was a long time ago.
That was a while ago. But, man, I mean, I'm a sportsaholic.
Mm-hmm. Cajun says Zion is number one now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, has he proved himself yet? I don't know. I mean,
I think he's number one because of the cards.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, my dream card ever was that 86 Fleer or 87, whatever year it is, Jordan rookie. But when I was a kid, it was like $1,500, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably never have that. But
I'll never own that thing.
I don't know what it's worth now, but yeah, I'd still love to have one.
Cool, man.
Cajun saying Falcons, boo.
Yeah, he's a Saints fan. I did get a chance to see Jordan twice, though. I went and watched him. I think it was my 7th grade year. One of the reasons I played basketball in 7th grade was because at the end of the basketball season, they took a trip to the Omni where the Atlanta Hawks used to play.
Right.
And the first year in 7th grade, we went and watched Jordan and the Bulls play, and he didn't have a good game either. I was so mad. He only scored like 21 points or something, which is horrible, for him. But the Bulls won. But it was back when Dominique Wilkins and all them.
How the human highlight reel, dude.
Yeah, man, it was a good game. But and then I live close to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they have a minor league baseball team called the Chattanooga Lookouts, and they're in the same division as the Birmingham Barons.
Okay, yep.
So me and my best friend, I guess I was like a sophomore or something like that, we went with his parents to watch Jordan play baseball. And I actually, when Jordan was walking out, I got, the only time I'm not a huge mark over celebrities and stuff. I could care less, but I was 15, 16 years old, I was like a little girl screaming because he walked like 3 foot from me, and I was like, oh, wow, And dude is big. He's got the biggest shoulders I'd ever seen on a man. Right. So I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
Dan looked up your card for you here. He says it's only 41,000
now, Chris.
Good God. Yeah. I'm hoping that's a graded one. I would have to go with the ungraded.
Right. Can I get one with a bent corner on it?
Yeah, folded in half.
Can I get the bent corner special?
I wonder how many of them got put in bicycle tires,
Right.
Yeah. Right. That was the fun thing to do. Well, we're going to end it here, guys, because I got to get that little one off to bed. And I appreciate you coming on, Chris. And thank you, Jimmy, for co-hosting with me and being the banker tonight.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Everyone that is still left in the chat or that watches this later, go over and subscribe to Old School Picker. You will learn a lot of cool things from him, and he's got some good, fun videos. Yep. So go on over. The link is in the description, and I know that Jennifer also dropped it in the chat too. So if you watch back, you can see that. But I appreciate you guys coming in. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you all next week. Bye now.
Thanks, everybody.